What is going on, everyone? Another beautiful day here in Florida. We're gonna have to get some material for the business. So I wanted to just, I don't know, I kind of want to see what you guys think too about this. I started reading Brave New World, and my God, I can see why it is still being talked about and read and shared today. Like, it has withstood the test of time for a reason. I'm only a quarter of the way into this book, and I still see a lot of similarities between the issues with overconsumption and, you know, falling into line and not questioning higher, you know, authority, the powers that, you know, the powers that be, if you will. And, you know, I just really connect already with the themes of the book. I mean, I was just reading the chapter where I can't remember his name, but he went on the date with the chick, and they went on their helicopter ride and everything, and he just wanted to have something away from crowds, away, you know, something to themselves, you know, alone time, and just, you know, he wanted to just think and not have the radio on. And, you know, she's conditioned and is all about, like, going with that, you know, normality, if you will. And he just wants to maybe have some thoughts for himself, something that wasn't, you know, literally, I mean, in the book, they for those who haven't read it yet, you know, they are basically brainwashed and conditioned from birth. They implant messages during sleep. It's like sleep learning, basically. And they get these ideas in your head, but they're not your own thoughts and beliefs. They're implanted onto you. And I feel like that is still basically happening today, and it's almost getting to the extreme of what they are, you know, what he's talking about in this book. It is to that, like, I don't know, like, almost, we are kind of hitting that dystopian feeling with social media and everything, like, greatly influencing what you believe, and all these advertisements getting political. And, you know, for a soda brand or a beer brand gets political, and I don't even need to drop anything specific. You'll think of one on your own just from me saying that. That's how potent it is, and how, you know, widespread it is. Like, you'll be able to think of your own, and it's like, why are we okay with it? Like, we almost want these companies to be on a political side, you know, kind of dictating and echoing what we believe, when at the end of the day, we're just buying a product from them. They don't need to have a political belief that I believe in. If the product is good, it's good. But it almost feels like a subtle blanket brainwash for whatever political spectrum you're on, if you just blindly follow whatever these companies and media outlets and everything is just telling you. There is so much to find out on your own, and I think it's important to look inwards and think on yourself. And another strong point of it is the overconsumption. You know, I'm only a quarter of the way into the book. These are what I'm kind of giving the rundown as I'm reading, and I'm pulling things from this, from this work. And the overconsumption leading to not being able to have your own independent thought. And I think what really sparked this like in-depth look at it from myself is one of my good friends who I've known a long time, but he's, I don't know how to put it, but I mean, he said he didn't quite grasp the book, and after getting even further into it, because I just read a couple chapters, and then after we had that, after it got brought up and he said he didn't understand it, I read a little bit further, and I kind of see why he doesn't get it. He's kind of a little bit the who it's talking about, being okay with taking the soma in the book, if you're feeling down, just take a pill to cheer you up. What is it? An ounce will cure a pound of the sadness. And it's like this book is written so long ago, and we're still we're getting closer to a lot of the things that he's talked about. And I just started this book. I'm only about a quarter of the way in. I hope that eventually, there seems to be a little bit of an anti-internet, anti-consumption, overconsumption movement going on, I've kind of noticed. And I hope that continues. I try to go as much of my day without even turning the radio on, or not listening to music all day, always having an earbud in. That even kind of circles to Fahrenheit 451. A lot of these old books, they were not a guidebook. They were a warning to keep your self-identity and your self-worth. If you just blindly follow whatever's, Fahrenheit 451, the seashells, they're just always plugged into your AirPods now, Earbuds can be any platform, but they're just the most popular. And so you need to have the time to be able to disconnect and have your own thoughts and everything on your own introspection on yourself and on the outside world. Your thoughts when you're alone are not your enemy. It may be I don't know, we seem to have this thing where we don't want to just sit with our own thoughts alone. We always need to be doing something, consuming something, music, podcast, YouTube video, whatever it may be. Even if it feels productive, like an audiobook, you can only take in so much. At some point, you need to think on the things you consumed to be able to take action on anything. But if you just consume, you're just it's kind of pointless until you reflect on it and are able to form your own thoughts and connections with that. So I don't know, I don't understand not understanding the book so far. I do and I don't, because there are some people who they are the ones that the book is talking about, and they might not get it so much. But it is important to reflect on these things so that you can have more self-actualization and be self-aware. If you consume too much, you will lose your identity, because you will let the things that you consume become you instead of you forming your own thoughts and opinions on things. And I hope that, you know, people start waking up and realizing that they need to just be in their own mind for a little bit, and that it's okay. You need to calm your brain down, you know, read a physical book. If you need to walk somewhere, don't be checking your phone. Don't be having your earbuds in all the time. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you've read the book, your thoughts on it. If you have anything that maybe I've forgotten about in that book so far. I mean, I just finished that date chapter. I had to reread it. It stopped me. So let's discuss it. Now, comment about what you think of how, this whole subject of overconsumption and how it's destroying our self-identities and it's creating problems in society as a whole. So, until next time, guys, hope you have a good one.